Awaken to hair growth. Awaken to hair growth because there is possibility to get your hair back. Awaken to hair growth because we're not told that we're able to conquer and overcome alopecia. Awaken to hair growth because I want to be a positive light and beacon for you because I've healed my alopecia and now I help others do the same with different types of alopecia, men, women, children of all ages, of all races and ethnicities. Welcome back to the Alopecia Angel podcast, Awaken to Hair Growth. Today, we are talking about the positive side to alopecia. And some of you might be wanting to, maybe not even attend to this podcast episode, but there is a positive side. Many of you may be scratching your head like, I don't get it. What is she talking about? Bear with me. There is a positive side. And a lot of times we don't see it until, after. You don't get the rainbow until the storm passes, correct? And in the same vein, in the same light, I want to tell you that there is a positive side. And what is that positive side? The positive side is that once you heal, that once you overcome it, you've already overcome so many life lessons in one time, in one aspect, in one challenge. And then also it's teaching you so many things. It really is. Alopecia taught me patience. It taught me that I had numerous blind spots. It taught me how I needed to create boundaries. It taught me how to really evaluate what health looked like for me, for my family, for my baby. It helped me put a microscopic lens on everything in my environment. It helped me put a microscopic lens on the foods that I was eating, on my lifestyle, on what was important in my life, and how in a glimpse of a situation, things can go wrong. COVID also taught us that, how health is just so important and really critical for us to take control of and to be able to really harness so that we don't have to fear a diagnosis, so that we don't have to, just wake up and say, oh, it came out of nowhere. Because for many of you, you do feel alopecia came out of nowhere. And I get that. I did too. But if you start to put the puzzle pieces together, as I mentioned, that alopecia is one big puzzle, then you will start to see that there's certain pieces that we've been neglecting. And potentially maybe it's one or two or three pieces. Maybe it's 10, maybe it's more, maybe it's just one, but that one is enough to lead you down this road. And so any amount of puzzle pieces that we're neglecting, this is what happens. And it happens maybe not in a month, maybe not in a year, but it will happen. For me, it took over 30 years for alopecia to sprout out. I have clients though, who are 2 years old, 5 years old, and it sprouts out. I also have clients who are 60 and they're experiencing alopecia for the first time. So there's anything and everything all in between. And wherever you are in this journey, know that it's positive and possible to heal. Know that with a little effort, you can get to the other side, knowing that this is not definitive, knowing that it doesn't define you, knowing that this is just a bus stop in the journey of life, knowing that this is just a page in the chapter that you're in right now of life. And so taking heart, taking understanding to these things helps a lot. And what would also help is to reframe the situation. So alopecia, you're diagnosed. This is something that's happening right now. Maybe you've lost all your hair. Maybe you've lost just 50% or more or less. Wherever you are, and whatever diagnoses you have, know that there's much more to uncover. Know and understand that there's much more to it. And I talk about this a bunch in my program, where a lot of the symptoms seem very separate to alopecia, whether that's the digestive, whether that's the brain fog, whether that's the insomnia, whether that's the depression, whether that's the digestive issues, or whether that's the anxiety or something else. It's all related. It's all connected. And for those of you maybe watching this and you don't have alopecia at all, and Maybe you're not in the best health either. Maybe you do have pains here and there, or maybe you're just trying to muscle through certain situations, thoughts, and feelings. Know that that can also lead you down a road that you don't want to go to. It's like getting lost. You're in a new city, you don't want to get lost, and all of a sudden you're in this dead end and you don't know how you ended up there, or you're 2 hours away from home and you don't know how you ended up there. Well, we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful of what we're doing, how we're living. And it's not like, oh, okay, I'll just change next year, in New Year's. Well, it's January now. it's today. It's Sunday. It's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Choose now. Choose now to change. Choose now to be a better version of yourself. Choose now to have better habits. Choose now to be healthier, because every aspect of your body will grab onto that, will want to continue to be healthier. And lo and behold, with all these steps that we take, the positive sides will come out. But looking for the lesson in all our problems is also the first step. Looking for the lesson in alopecia, not playing the victim, not saying, oh, woe is me, it's my destiny. Oh, darn it, this is a byproduct of my genes. Or, oh no, this is because, whatever excuse. Take responsibility. Let's get back on the horse and let's do better. There's always a way to do better. And if you don't know how, I can show you how. It's that simple. I've been there, I've done that, and I'm 100% dedicated to this cause. I'm 100% dedicated because there is an easier way. There is a better way. Simpler, faster, quicker results in less time with no risks or side effects, except for hair, health, and happiness, really. Those are the only outcomes. And I wish this program was available for me when I did it, or when I was going through alopecia. And this is why I'm dedicated to this. But going back to the positive side of alopecia, there is always a positive side. Over the weekend, I did a course. I'm constantly growing and learning, constantly evolving, constantly reading more books and doing courses. And I did a course that was on communication. And this communication course was much more than just communication, just like alopecia is so much more than just hair loss. It really is. And in this communication course, they broke me open, and I was able to see how my whole dynamic of my family, my friends, and all these people who I love that are around me, how we communicate with each other, what that looks like, where it stems from, and so much more. And it was just such an aha moment, because you think, okay, you're taking a communication course and maybe it's something like speech or debate, which I've also taken, so that you can, project yourself and you can say things and take out the ums and the ands and take out the ifs and the long pauses, right? No, this was completely different. And I don't think I was actually really mentally prepared for. And it's one of those things where you just dive in, not really knowing, but you go into it. And it's up to you to get out to the other side and to get through the course unscathed, without too many tears and so on. And alopecia is very reminiscent of this. We're presented with a challenge, a life challenge. It's unexpected. We know nothing about it. And you need to move forward. And that's the challenge. It's like a video game. To get to the next level of life, to get the next level, to save the princess, etc. I'm thinking of Mario Brothers. You need to finish level 1, and then level 2, and level 3, and level 4. And in a way, life is also very reminiscent of a video game in that sense. You have to up level with every challenge. You have to up level with every opportunity, right? So even in a good thing, there's also drawbacks. So for example, you just got promoted at work and you have this great promotion. There's a big bonus. Your pay got bumped up, but guess what? Now you also have a lot more responsibilities. Now you have a bigger team to take care of. And now all of the output, all of the metrics, all of the sales, the numbers, the KPIs, they're all based on your performance and your team's performance. So it's not just you. You're not just the stellar salesperson. Now it's you and your team, and how they perform is on your shoulders. How, this department performs is on your shoulders. So even with something fantastic like a promotion, there's still risks, there's still rewards, there's still drawbacks to it, right? There's more work, potentially more hours, potentially more dedication, potentially more travel, potentially more time away from the family, potentially, right? There's all these things. Same thing with alopecia. So you have a choice in saying, okay, which route do I want to take? Do I want to take a dead end route, which for those of you who don't know, it's pharmaceuticals and all these drugs who are just band-aids, all the shampoos and serums that do nothing for long-term hair growth, long-lasting hair growth. Do you want to take a holistic route, which might take some more elbow grease, but at the same time will give you long-lasting results? Might be uncomfortable, right? Because that promotion could be also uncomfortable, just like a demotion, right? Going backwards in your career, just going forward in your career is also uncomfortable, but it also helps you to grow and learn and see where you can do better and to rise to the occasion. So viewing alopecia instead of like a death sentence, a good way to view it is as a challenge. What is this teaching me? How is this helping me? Where are we going from here? How can I fix this? Right? And sometimes we call on doctors and they're no help. And sometimes intuitively, we know the right way. We know which route we need to take. And it's just about taking that first step. And sometimes we don't even know where to go. We're at a loss. Your doctors are confused and baffled as well, at a complete loss. And this is where faith comes in. When I was going through alopecia myself, I had no guidance. I had no direction, but there was a voice in me. There was a whisper. There was something telling me, it was my intuition, but something more. More than likely, it was the universe telling me, hey, you're not going to go bald. And you are going to get out of this. You are going to get out of this. And choosing faith over fear has allowed me to move forward, has allowed me to propel forward. So faith was a big part of this. Faith in myself, faith in my body. Your body's not giving up on you. Your body is not backstabbing you. Your body is not, being a traitor. It's not. It's us. It's us who don't know how to support our bodies. It's us who don't take care of ourselves. It's us who put ourselves last. It's us who don't do enough for ourselves and for our health. And this is the culmination. This is the side effect to all that. This is the side effect of the neglect. So we can learn to do better and we can clean it up. We can clean up this mess. We really can. But alopecia, view it as a challenge. View it as once you overcome it, you're going to be at that next level in life. You're going to be at that next level of the video game. You're going to be at that next level of happiness, health, and hair growth. You're going to be at that next level of opportunity, just like the promotion. With the promotion, there's more responsibility. With achieving that hair and health, there's more responsibility. There's more things you need to do. If everything was so simple, then, your health will also reflect that, right? So view alopecia as something positive. View challenges as something positive, because at the end of the day, they're helping you become a better version of yourself. They're really helping you become and forcing you to make choices and decisions that will have long-lasting consequences, but for the betterment of your health, hair, and happiness. That's huge. That's so big. It really is. And I'm actually very grateful for the journey. I'm very grateful for going through alopecia. I'm very grateful for the hair loss. I'm very grateful to be able to talk about it, to be able to speak about it. I'm very grateful to have a community to help, to support people in their journey, to be able to walk them through it, walk them off the ledge. And I know many of you are on the ledge. Many of you want to give up. Many of you want to just crawl underneath a rock and go away. I know many of you are desperate for help, absolutely desperate. And I understand that. I understand it 100%. I was in your shoes. And because I was in your shoes, I can tell you that it's possible. I can tell you that you can grab my hand. We can move forward together. I can tell you that it's going to be more than okay. If you're willing to take the right steps, if you're willing to move forward, it's all possible. And I believe where there's a will, there's a way. I'm 100% about this. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm offering a free training. It's coming up, and I will put the link in the show notes. Join me on this free training. I'm very, very happy that if you can make it, that'd be fantastic. And I will teach you the 4 steps to reversing alopecia in just 4 steps. And maybe that's your next step. That's your next step. Just to learn. It's a free training. You have nothing to lose. Learn a little bit more. Let's dive deeper. And join me. I look forward to talking to you, because your success is inevitable. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Alopecia Angel podcast, a positive light in healing alopecia. You can do this, and we can help. Spread the word that reversing alopecia is possible by telling your friends and family.